Good morning, good evening, good day, good night, wherever you are in the world. I am Tim, along with my co-commentator for the day, Oliver. How are you doing? We're already overcoming adversity, aren't we?
Yeah, already overcoming adversity. You had problems signing for going into YouTube and then going into the game itself, but hey, we sorted out little issues there. I'm streaming for Tim, unfortunately, because a load of things going on, but Tim will be directing me which car he wants me to go. That's how we're going to do things today. I'll still be the co-host. Tim will still be the main host. So whatever Tim wants me to which car to go to, I'll go straight to him, and we'll give you viewers the best action we do. First things first, I want to say massive congratulations to Mercedes for the 7th consecutive World Championship, and my boy Lewis Hamilton's getting so close to equaling Michael Schumacher's record, which I'm really looking forward to celebrating when that happens.
Yeah, a big hats off to Mercedes there. I mean, making history, the only constructor to win 7 titles in a row. It is amazing to see. And, you know, I know that a lot of us out there are probably tired of the Lewis Hamilton dominance and the Mercedes dominance, but what we sometimes fail to recognize
Ferrari did it for 6 years. Mercedes did it for 7. It's unbelievable, and I can only see that team going stronger and stronger while the years come by. Hamilton will become an 8. I know Hamilton said that his future's uncertain at Mercedes, and so is Toto Wolff. But I would like to say that I feel Lewis Hamilton will stay at Mercedes, because I don't think there's any other team bar Mercedes that he was not going to stop winning. I think that Toto Wolff, he might take a back seat. That would be different. But Lewis Hamilton's point of view, I think he'll stay at Mercedes and just continue to do what he does best, and that's win races and breaking records as they come.
Well said, Oliver. Well said. So now to turn our attention to the race at hand. We got about 15 seconds before we actually jump into Singapore at the moment. So we're going to discuss the point standings. But first things first, I was not here last week, Oliver. Why don't you give us a quick recap of the race?
Quick recap of the race. AlphaTauri, they struggled again at Italy in Monza. Snellweg took full advantage of that. Angie Dan did well, had a strong race. CK just came outside the podium spots. He got screwed over by the safety cars. Snellweg dominated as usual. Gamey Things raced well. Everyone raced well. I'm looking forward to see how things get on. But right now, as things stand in the championship, Snellweg is in prime position, and the AlphaTauris are starting to struggle now. As we go to Singapore, that might change.
And that it will. In fact, we have been told to expect a safety car here tonight, and let's be honest, we all were expecting a safety car coming into Singapore, and that could also give an opportunity for an unlikely winner that could really shake up the point standing. So a very unpredictable race coming your way very shortly. Got to get qualifying out of the way first.
Yeah, we'll see how qualifying brings. Luckily it's not raining, so that's the first starter. And also, in other things as well, I have to say, it's going to be very interesting how the tyres will do. I did practice in Singapore a couple of times, and I found out the soft tyres only last, a good four laps at the start. Only 4 laps on softs at the start, Tim. Think about that. You only got 4 laps of softs, and then they'll just go dead straight away. It's mad. The tyres are mad. The hard tyres are really good. The medium tyres are really good. Soft tyres, no. That's not good.
Yeah, and honestly, like we were being told, is that if you do start on the soft tires, that it's almost undoubtedly that you're going to have a 2-stop race. So that's going to really make qualifying very interesting, because you might see a few drivers decide to qualify on the medium tires so that they can start on the mediums and maybe go for the one-stopper if possible. So it's really just a track that's going to give us a lot of different strategies and a lot of things to look at, not just through qualifying, but then throughout the race, because those tire choices will obviously carry over to the race, and it can really just put a spanner into things. You don't have as much of a set, safe strategy.
Exactly. When it comes to the tyres of Singapore, this is a really heavily aggressive track. You're talking good 20 plus corners around here. It's a really busy circuit on the tyres. The tyres will not catch a break at all at full speed. And you can think about that for a second. If you go full speed on the tyres around here, they'll degrade really. You need like a good Sergio Perez driving style. Nice and easy, gentle steering, but it's Speed Force Racing. It's always flat out. We all know that, Tim. It's really intriguing to watch how these drivers will do on strategy. Soft tyres at the start will not be as good, but the medium tyres and the hard tyres will play a big factor here. After 3 or 4 laps into this race, the soft tyre runners are just going to be nothing but struggling with heavy fuel as well.
Yeah, and so that's going to be something to look out for as well. So far, no one actually making it around to the line to start their time lap quite yet. However, I am watching Sanity. He is currently in the 3rd sector just now.
Need for Speed has started his lap now.
There we go. We got Need for Speed on track now. So going down into turn number 1. Very tight corner, but then you can go very wide because that second corner, it's almost like a chicane and S's at the same time. So it's really just, you want to take it really tight when actually it pays you to go a little bit wider to get into the second corner. So now we're starting into the first DRS zone, and there you see Need for Speed activating it immediately. So we're going to see a lot of overtakes probably going into this corner here, and might even be some safety cars because of it. You got to be careful, though, to not go too wide like Need for Speed did. Otherwise, you will invalidate your lap.
Like
personally,
he has done.
I think he was still... Yeah, personally, I think he was in the track limits, but apparently the game didn't think so, so his lap is invalidated that time.
So who's next on? Who's on our lap? Who's another guy on the lap then? I think it's Gamey Things. Yes, it is. It is Gamey Things, and also Admeister as well. Let's have a look at Gamey Things. He's in good form. Tim is Gamey Things. You have to say he's doing very, very well in his consistency in races. It's been nothing but brilliant. That's why you need in Formula One is consistency. A consistency for Gamey Things has always been in the top 5. It's unbelievable that what he does.
Yeah, Gaming Things definitely has been very strong this season. You know, he's got a few podiums to his name, and currently in the point standings, he is in 5th. So as you said, a top 5 is important. So while he may not necessarily be a threat for the championship right now, he has still shown that he has pace, he has consistency, and that is how you win championships. Maybe this season is not his season, but next season in the Speed Force Racing League, we could see Gaming Things being up there where Snellweg is today, where Energy Dan is today, chasing that championship. And mathematically speaking, Gaming Things still is not out of the title, but he is almost 90 points behind Snellweg, so that is a huge gap to make up. So with only a few races remaining, I don't see him being able to do that. But mathematically, if Snellweg were to have some bad days, it's not completely out of the question.
And there you go, there's our first time. 1:56.8 for Gaming Things. Admeister is about to come through any moment now. And it's just a 38.7. Look at that, a 2-second difference. And Admeister is on the softs as well, which is very intriguing to see. Now, would you say, if you were the driver's Tim, would you start on mediums and go long, or would you post a quick time on the soft tyres, but you have the bad benefit of only lasting 3 or 4 laps?
I would preferably start on the medium tires and then go long. However, if I put down a qualifying lap on the mediums and then I'm going to be starting like 15th or something, and I think that I have a better car than that, then I will go out there on the softs to try to get a faster lap, to try to get a better points paying position. So it really comes down to, do you have the pace necessary on the medium tires to go long, to extend that first stint?
Yeah, in my opinion, when it comes to the tyres, like I said before, the medium and hard tyres will be the massive factor today. The soft tyres do sort of work around here, but I would say you have to use them until the end of the race. That's the main beneficiary side of things. If you use the medium tyres first and the hard second, that's pretty much your race, set, match. If you think you're having a bad time, you can still start on softs, but you will be pitting early, like I said before. And Stupid Clavin, 1:37.6 on the medium tyres, which is really good to see. Energy Dan is our second place man and started his lap ages ago. He's in the third sector now. But again, in my opinion, it's going to be very intriguing to see how all these drivers will play the strategy. But also, Tim, Singapore, it is our busiest circuit. 23 corners, our most circuits race on the calendar when it comes to corners. You'd be very busy in the car, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, you're gonna be very busy and maybe even sweating at the end of this thing because they're not easy corners. You know, you have very long straightaways and you gotta slow way down like that long front straightaway, and then into turn number 1. And they're so tight together that you really do not get a break. There is no rest around Singapore in a lap. You just have to go and just be ready for, honestly, a lot of laps of hell.
Yeah. Can we just admire, Tim? I was looking at the black Mercedes of Per Oliver. Can we just admire the graphic? I mean, even though we don't like the game physics in this game, graphically, the game at night in these Formula 1 cars, they really made them shone out so well. I'm looking at Per Oliver's now at this black Mercedes. Can you see how much the light reflects on the Mercedes? It looks so lifelike. It looks so real. And that's what I love most about this game. It looks so realistic in terms of lighting.
Yeah, it looks absolutely beautiful, actually. I would not have noticed that if you hadn't pointed it out, but I am watching Per Oliver in that Mercedes, and it's just shimmering. You know, it's a beautiful look to that car. Looks like Per Oliver is not happy with his qualifying lap, so that's not a beautiful lap for Per Oliver. Going to go back into the pits and maybe make
Racing
a few
Pod
adjustments.
is about to finish off his lap.
So let's see what Racing Podge does. Going around the final corner now, crossing the line. Racing Podge jumps
nice
to fourth.
Lap from Racing Podge.
137.284. So far we have about 9 drivers who have set a time. Gamey Thing's still leading the pack, a 136.852 for him. Hooky in second, a 136.990, and Energy Dan in third, a 137.040. So AlphaTauri really showing that they are still strong in trying to win this Constructors' Championship.
Yeah, indeed. But if you want to talk about Constructors' Championships, AlphaTauri and their dominance here this season has been nothing but unbelievable. Yes, they had a few meh races, but we can't deny that Dan and Hooky has been nothing but sensational during this season. What they've done in that car, and their teamwork as well has been nothing but sensational. And don't forget the McLaren drive as well. Cara did well in Italy. He actually won the race last week in Monza, transferring from pole, fastest lap to win. Cara did a sensational job in the McLaren, as well as Snellweg leading the championship, but we can't deny it and Hooky and Energy Dan, it's been nothing but sensational.
Yeah, and they've been very consistent. That is really, I think, the key to their dominance in the constructor standings, is that the AlphaTauri drivers have been very consistent. So where you have Snellweg in the McLaren, who has been very consistent throughout the season and leading the point standings now, and then you have Cara, who won last week, a very good points day for them and for McLaren, and Cara's had some good runs here and there throughout the season, but hasn't been really as consistent as the teammate of Snellweg. Whereas with Hooky and Energy Dan, if one of them gets a podium, it's very likely that the other one is either on the podium with them or in 4th or 5th, really close by. So both of those drivers have just finished so close each and every race. Sometimes they've had a 1-2, other times they've had a 2-3 or a 4-5 or something like that. But the fact is that it's both drivers with a similar, consistent pace that really make that constructor standings. And it's not that Cara doesn't have the pace.
Yeah, I was watching Snellweg now, and literally he was absolutely pushing the car all the way through the lap. Literally, he was absolutely drifting. Look at him. He's pushing that McLaren, isn't he?
Yeah, actually, he really is. Snellweg really not going to take no for an answer here. Let's see if he can get to the pole or not. This is going to be the final 2 corners for the McLaren. Going to cross the line, and he goes to 5th. A 137.645 for the McLaren of Snellweg. That's actually not a bad lap. His teammate Cara's still in the pit, so we're waiting on them to come out. See,
and looking at Sanef in the Williams.
Yep, Sanef looks like he is in Sector 2 at the moment, or approaching Sector 2 rather. Going maybe a little bit wide there, but hanging on to it. Thought he was going in the wall for a moment. Very good form through that corner. I like that.
Going on to the Anderson Bridge now. Can we just say a little shout out to Lee Carroll, one of our old admin teams and one of our old owners here at Speed Force Races. Come on to the chat. Hello, Lee Carroll. Welcome. Nice to see you. And also Ray Chan, Matt G, Martin's all commenting. Yeah, they're all saying, Proliver saying, welcome back, Tim. he's welcoming you back, Tim. How nice of Proliver.
Hello, Proliver. We were just watching you.
Oh dear. Yeah, but little shout out to Lee Carroll. Welcome back, my friend. Oh, Shalalancer's game crashed. Oh, unlucky to Shalalancer. Luckily, he's got multiple invites for Dan. He'll rejoin back the session very soon. And Sandlap, good lap from him. So let's have a look at where is Need for Speed at. He's just crossed the line now. He's just crossed the line to start his next run. And also with Need for Speed, he's enjoying that Alfa Romeo car. He's been talking to me. He loves the Alfa Romeo car in this game. He enjoyed it. He loves the car so much. He likes how the thing drives. Hello, Electro Jan. Hello. Yeah, I got to say, Need for Speed really loves the car.
And while you watch Need for Speed, I'm watching Bannister riding on board with him as he's going down the straightaway in the first DRS section. Bannister not yet setting a time, so he's going to be making a lap on the soft tires. We'll see how he stacks up with the rest of the field. Need for Speed, of course, up there in 8th with a 137.683 at the time.
Oh, what a lap from Dan on the
medium tires.
Dan selling a statements for Dan. In terms of strategy, Tim, that's excellent news for him. I have to say, good work.
I'm almost ready to give Dan the trophy right now after that lap, but I am curious to see what other drivers can do on the medium tires now that they've seen Energy Dan put down such a fast lap, because look at Stupid Clavin now. He's in second place with a 136.385, so the track is getting a little bit faster now. Unbelievable stuff there from Energy Dan. Oh, glitching around all over the place, but very good work there from him. The drivers are asking for invites because of the game glitching out, so I'm sure Dan will be noted and getting them back in, and hopefully that'll be the case. But here comes Bannister towards the final two corners in his soft tires powered Force India. Goes into 5th. Good work there from him. And Hooky is 4/10 far. Look at this. We said this before. AlphaTauri, look at them. Team working once again as they usually do. Yeah, really getting a slipstream there off of Energy Dan was Hooky, and now he is fastest in the second sector. Look at that. Hooky fastest in the second sector. So Energy Dan might have helped his teammate wrestle the pole away from him. Let's see what we can do here in Sector 3, going underneath the grandstands. We got 3 minutes left, so it's still not over, even if Hooky does get the fastest lap this time around. A little bit loose, though, off that set of corners. Hooky using up every bit of curve that he can get, rounding the final 2 corners now. Let's see what he can do, going very wide, getting that speed out of the corner. He goes to pole, a 135.708 on the soft tires for Hooky in the AlphaTauri. 1.2 seconds faster. That was sensational from the AlphaTauri drive. That's the AlphaTauri we used to know, Tim. Yeah, it is. Hooky in first, Energy Dan in second, but now he is third because Racing Pod, a 136.060. So Energy Dan down to third now on those medium tires. So that's what I was saying, is that is a quick lap on medium tires, but I wanted to see what everyone else could do because the track is getting faster. There's more rubber being laid down in the racing line. These cars are gripping it a lot more easier than they were at the beginning of this session. So looking at just loading, this is the only two guys that haven't set a lap right now. So the Renault driver did very well. Mind you, mind on Renault actually. Well done to Daniel Ricciardo for getting 3rd place in Imola. Very congratulations to him for getting a podium. I love the return of the good old Chewy, Tim. Ain't that lovely to see for Daniel Ricciardo? I have one thing to say, and that is holy mac and cheese balls.
You could say something different.
You gotta love Daniel Ricciardo. He is amazing. I was glad to see him get another podium as well. And to think that at the beginning of the season, we didn't think that if he was going to even be able to score one podium. And now he's got 2 in the Renault, so good job over there for him.
Hey, Shadow's back.
And Shadowlancer is back joining the party here. We got Kara on his outlap now, so let's see what Kara can do if he makes his time around. Looks like Gislodian has set a time, a 1:44 though, so not exactly what he's looking for. Kara, though, still in the first sector, so it's going to be quite a while before that McLaren reaches the start-finish line to start the first flying lap. Oliver also on an outlap as well. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining.
This is their final runs, Tim.
They're going to have to hurry.
This is their final runs.
Gamey Things on an outlap, Fanny Lion on an outlap, both Red Bulls. The Williams of Saneth on an outlap, Snellweg on an outlap right now. So really, there's no risk of them missing it. They're going to make it back around just in time to start their lap.
I don't know about the McLarens.
Are they going to be quick?
I don't know about the McLarens.
Yeah, I am wondering if maybe Snellweg is going to miss it out by just a little bit. The Red Bulls, they're going to be A-OK. They're already in the third sector. Snellweg just trying to book it and hurry. He might be able to make it. He's got 40 seconds left. This is going to be close. Lap
now. Let's go to Snellweg because I think he's in problems. Where is Snellweg? Snellweg is still on an outlap. So is Car. Car is cutting corners. I don't know if that's wise. 27 seconds to go. Can the McLarens make it? 25 seconds to go. It's looking very close. Can Snellweg and Kara get past the line? It's going to be very close, Tim. I tell you that now.
I think they're going to do it, though. I think they're going to do it. They got 13, 12,
oh,
11.
Just about.
Snellweg's made it. Does Kara make it? Kara makes it. Both drivers going to get to set one more time lap. And who's that behind him? Sykomich. Sykomich, is he going to be able to make it? No, it's not. It's not Sykomich. Who was it?
It was Shanlancer's out, and Meister's out, and Bannister's out. Stu Clavin's finished. Hooky has finished. And Podge has finished. Yeah, those lot have not going to set another lap. But the McLarens do. So what do the McLarens do? So AlphaTauri, Energy Dan is on his lap. So Dan has made it. So right now, AlphaTauri, one of the cars is done, but Snellweg and Kara, we all know how good Kara is as qualifying, Tim, but can he set a good time today?
We're going to see what he can do here. So far, Snellweg's A-OK, Kara's A-OK, so no track invalidation so far. They have to keep it within the lines here. And honestly, I'd say that Kara is in a good position to get some slipstream off of his teammate once they get to this straightaway here. So there's going to be a big, massive push here down this straightaway, riding on board with Kara at the time being. You see Snellweg out there, just a very small little orange dot in front of Kara, so just enough space between the two teammates. In the third and final sector, Snellweg and Kara. Kara has not yet set a time. Snellweg is 9th fastest at the time being. Does he improve, though? Underneath the grandstand goes both orange arrows.
Yeah, both. I like that, actually. Oh, Kara's finished. Kara's qualifying is done. Invalidated. Snellweg. Can he get McLaren up towards the position? He's only 8th. AlphaTauri's trounced him. Dan goes second on mediums. Unbelievable. AlphaTauri's trounced McLaren.
Wow, I did not expect Energy Dan to be able to put in another lap like that. So it was Energy Dan that made it across the line just in time behind the McLarens. I didn't think that he was going to go and push for a second lap, but he did.
AlphaTauri. 1-2 for AlphaTauri, Tim. Congratulations to them.
Very impressive. And Hooky on the pole, on the soft tires. Dan on the medium tires. And look at this, Oliver. Only 2 drivers are going to be starting on the medium tires, or at least 2 drivers qualify.
One driver is going to be starting on the medium tires, Energy Dan. And the other guys are starting on softs. Dan, I'll tell you now, Dan starting second. He's going to be in super prime position for the race win, Tim. But any mistakes, if Tank keeps it clean, have a good race, he's going to be absolutely sensational.
Yeah, he really is. So your official starting lineup for the Speed Force Racing GP4 Series. Singapore Grand Prix, Hookie in first, Energy Dan in second, Racing Podge in third, Stupid Clav in fourth, fifth is Gaming Things, sixth is Fanny Line, Bannister in seventh, Snellweg eighth, Saneth ninth, 10th is Need for Speed, Psychomitch in 11th, Admeister in 12th, 13th is Shadowlancer, 14th Gizli and Kara in 15th, 16th is Proliver, and that will do it for the starting lineup. So, this race is going to be interesting, but Oliver and chat, what are your top 3 predictions?
Well, I know who's going to be for the race win today. Dan will be getting the race win. I think the pace of McLaren will be Snellweg second. I'm going to throw in a surprise in. I think no, not a surprise. I'm going to put Gaming Things third.
Honestly, I think I'm going to go with an AlphaTauri podium, so that is Hookie and Energy Dan on the podium, as well as Gaming Things as well. I really see that Gaming Things has been consistent. He might just be able to climb that board and get into maybe the final spot of the podium, maybe a win. Who knows? You seem to think that Energy Dan is going to win the race, and honestly, he has got a good chance. He is the highest driver who's going to be starting on the medium tires. Of course, if you qualify outside the top 10, you can switch and choose a different tire, so we might see a few guys go on the reverse strategy, but definitely Energy Dan has the pace on the medium tires. He might drop back a little bit at the start, but he's going to be able to extend that first stint much, much longer than everyone else, so I think that Energy Dan is sitting pretty. However, a safety car could hurt his chances.
I have to say, a little fair shout out to Need for Speed for getting a top 10. I have to say, he has a good record in Singapore. He's very consistent in Singapore. Very, very rare period for Need for Speed to start in the top 10. So massive, massive congratulations to Need for Speed for getting a top 10, and hopefully he has a very good race. Racing Pod just said, I got kit, can't join back. Oh, fair, unlucky there for Racing Podge for that instance. That is really unfortunate. The game does not like people today. And oh, the tyre choice, Tim. Have you seen Psychomitch going fair dues once again?
Yeah, Psychomitch, he's going to try to extend that first stint for quite a while, and honestly, you can go a long time on those hard tires, so he's going to definitely try for the long pit, definitely one stopper there, so I'd imagine that's a hard to soft strategy.
Definitely, and to be fair, why not for Psychomitch? Why not go something very enthusiastic? Why not go long? The track is punishing, and the soft tires will only last for probably about 3 to 4, 5 laps. Psychomitch is going to go long, and I have to say, good choice from Psychomitch. Why not go long? Why not go audacious? Why not? Give it a go. I have to say, go on, Psychomitch. Psychomitch can have a very good result today.
Yeah, and you got to think, Psychomitch is starting in 11th, so he's right there just outside of the point. So you know that he has the pace potential to get points. But what if staying out longer on that first stint can just propel him up higher in the point standings like that, you know, and maybe get him what could be a 10th or 11th place finish, a 6th or a 7th, or maybe even more. So I agree with you. Why not go long? Try it. You have nothing to lose. So Psychomitch is definitely going for an unorthodox strategy, but one that might just work.
Yeah, and also another shout out to Super Clavin, because you know how much he has had a bit of a torrid time in SFR. Starting top 5. Why not from Super Clavin, Tim? Another sensational good qualifying from him.
Yeah, good job there from Stupid Clavin as well. So he's there in 4th. We'll keep an eye on him throughout the race. The drivers now finding their way to the front stretch, about to line up on the grid. We will be going green here very shortly for 31 laps at Singapore. Hey, it's a night race, so it's in the night, under the lights, under the stars. We are ready to go. Indeed
so. Let's see how AlphaTauri would do when it comes to their little misdemeanors in Black 1. Is Dan and Hookie going to fight, or they're going to be playing it safe? But here we go, Tim. Let the Singapore Grand Prix commence.
And you see those drivers, they're watching the lights. You hear those itchy pedal feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in the air. No red lights. We are green for the Speed Force Racing GP4 Series Singapore Grand Prix. The AlphaTauri 1-2 leads him down into turn number 1. Racing Podge there in the Ferrari, battling it out, trying to get through, but he is losing a lot of spots.
Oh,
the
damage.
Haas of Stupid Clavin trying to make his way through. It's 3 wide in the back.
We've got damage in the background. We saw damage in the background, and Dan has already taken Hooky straight away. So Dan, it will be flying away towards the back part of the track. But now, Dan's tyres will be taking factors. So, and of course, and also a good start for Gaming Things, taking down who was the third in the time? I'm trying to remember who was third. I think it was Gaming Things. No, it wasn't. It was one of the drivers. Racing Pod. Yeah, Racing Pod got disconnected. So yeah, Stupid Clavin into third. So now the race will now fully commence and see how the drivers will do flowing through the circuit now.
Yeah, and look at Snellweg. He qualified in 8th. He's already up to the 5th place position, and he almost made a move for 4th on Gaming Things a few corners ago. Now Gaming Things has gotten a little bit further ahead of him, but we're going down the DRS zone. No DRS yet, though, so it's only raw pace that we're seeing at the time being. But here in a few laps, we're going to see some overtakes down this straightaway because the DRS will be active then. And just behind Snellweg, where did Bannister come from? He's in 6th already. So Bannister already having a good showing in P6 right there. And the other Red Bull of Fanny Lion not close behind, or not far behind, rather.
Yeah, so right now Dan is already soaring away with those medium tyres, and look at Gaming Things as well on those medium tyres as well. Cyclemich already propelled himself into 9th place on the hard tyres, so Cyclemich is set. Dan 1:44.2 fastest lap already. So right now Dan is putting away 4 tenths of a second between the two AlphaTauri cars, but right now, as you can see, the drivers are now starting to take in the flow of this circuit, and now we're going to see how it all plays out.
Yeah, and where did Hooky go? Actually, Hooky is running in first. Energy Dan, though, dropping down. No, never mind. My screen is just playing tricks with me. Energy Dan is still first, Hooky in second, so my apologies there. Stupid Clavin in third there in the Haas machine, and Stupid Clavin really holding his own over Gaming Things in the Red Bull just behind him, and on those soft tires. However, as we were talking about in the qualifying, it's not going to be long before these drivers are going to have to pit.
Look at the AlphaTauri switch.
Started on the softs.
AlphaTauri switch. They're team working. The AlphaTauri switch. Dan went onto the left on purposely to let Hooky go through, because Dan knows he wants Hooky to create a gap. I think Dan is going to try and create a buffer on the other two behind him, Stupid Clavin and Gaming Things. So looks like Dan is going to be a rear gunner and Hooky trying to pull away.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're doing, Oliver. Both drivers, they know what they have to do to try to win the Drivers' Championship. Both of them still mathematically in it. Snellweg, of course, with 219 points. Energy Dan, I do believe, with 176 points. So it's a big gap, but still a gap that they can overcome if they play their cards right, and that's what they're trying to do here. So Energy Dan running in second, trying to hold off Stupid Clavin and Gaming Things away from Hooky, because Hooky's going to have to pit before too long, and Hooky got very loose off the final corner.
Great
and still hung on to it and set the fastest lap. Wow, what a legend. That was crazy.
Not only he saved the car, he actually made a...
Oh, and Stupid Clavin is spun. Stupid Clavin is spun, and he's in the wall. Oh, no. Oh, and almost got collected with a racing point there. I think that was Bannister going by.
Oh, no. Oh, I feel so bad for him. What a great qualifying from him. And he only had to spun on turn 3. Oh, what a shame. The Stupid Clavin, he was doing so well.
And that is a tricky corner, honestly. That is a corner that's caught me off a lot before as well. It's very easy to get into the throttle too soon, and then all of a sudden you're spinning around much like Stupid Clavin did. And honestly, he recovered well.
Oh, Fanny Line's
He's running
off.
in 7th at the moment. Fanny Line, oh no!
Fanny Line's retired. He came off track and then he just retired. I don't know why. He just literally could just come back onto the circuit. Oh, that's a real shame. Fanny Line's out.
It's saying to me that Fanny Lion has left the session, so maybe he's going to try to get back in with a different invite. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. But his teammate of Gaming Things running very solidly in third at the time being, behind those AlphaTauri drivers who now have a very healthy gap to the cars behind them.
Right now, if I was Stupid Clavin, let Cyclemich go, because Cyclemich is on the better strategy than his teammate. If I was Stupid Clavin right now. Let Sajkovic go past. I know you don't like that, Tim, but if you think about tyre performance, Sajkovic will have a better performance tyre than Stupid Clavin is right now.
Teamwork is one thing. I don't like team orders when it comes down to a race win. So honestly, I do agree with you, Oliver, is that Sajkovic should be allowed to go at the time being simply because he does have a better strategy for the Haas team here today. And Stupid Clavin, he just spun out, so his tires are not the best of life, even though they're on the soft, so he's going to have to pit soon anyway, but there's probably a decent flat spot on those soft tires.
Look at Shalom to go. Look at Shalom to pursuing Sajkovic on those medium tires. Shalom to not letting Sajkovic go. We're going to go to Bannister. Bannister and Snell. Look at Bannister pursuing the championship leader, Tim. The Racing Point drive not letting Snellway go, isn't he?
No, he's not. Bannister is really reeled him in, and I'm almost wondering if maybe Snellwick has some sort of problem, because it looks like he's losing pace. He has plenty of ERS, so that shouldn't be an issue, but I guess he's not wanting to use it at the time being, and really, why should he? Because Singapore is such a difficult track to pass at that he could honestly make Bannister use up his tires if he just kind of rides and conserves his tires for the time being, and let Bannister try to overdrive it.
AlphaTauri switch again, I can see. So right,
going into the lead.
Yeah, Dan back into the lead now onto his medium tyres. So Hooky is probably feeling the tyre life. Now we're getting all out of shape. Now this is what I'm saying to him. Look at the tyre grip. I'm on board with Bannister right now. And you can tell how much life the tyres only have on the soft tyres at the start of the race. Because look at them. They're sliding around all over the place. They're looking for trying grip, but is that gaming fees? Hooky's in the pits as he is. Hooky's gone into the pits after 3 laps on softs. Now, let's see how the others will respond.
So Bannister staying out, Snellweg staying out, Sandeth, Stupid Clavin staying out. Those drivers all started the race on soft tires. Sajkovic on the hard tires. He's in 7th now after gaining some spots on that pit stop there, or at least pit stop for other drivers. So Sajkovic in 7th, trying to climb that ladder and maybe get himself a decent points finish at the end of the day.
Can Bannister get past Snellweg?
He was looking, but not close enough to really make a move. Snellweg really solid through that corner, nice and smooth. Bannister really sitting it in deep that time, but not able to get to him. Almost hit the wall and almost hit the back of that McLaren as well.
Talk about close from Bannister, almost hitting the back of Snellweg's car, but good driving for Snellweg for controlling his brakes. But look at this, can you see the train of cars behind Snellweg? He's 6.7 seconds behind Gaming Fix. This is the life that the soft tyres only have on the soft tyres, because if you can see the gap between from 3rd place to 2nd, this is where the soft tyres are going to die out now.
Yeah, and I think that we're going to see a massive cars come and pit here very shortly. We're in the 3rd sector now. Let's see how many of them decide to blink this time. You got to remember, Hooky was the first to blink, so he's going to try to do the undercut of sorts. And wow, look at that Haas of Stupid Clavin really getting loose again out of that last corner.
You need to come in, boys.
Let's see who is going to pit.
Bannister is staying out.
Snellweg, Sandeth, and Stupid Clavin. All three of those
Snellweg!
cars.
5-second penalty.
Oh, he did not need that. So Snellweg going to have to serve a 5-second time penalty. He's not going to serve it on the pit stop, though. So
Bannister's out. Oh no! He's stayed too long on the tyres, and he's gone off somewhere. He's gone to turn 3. There he is. Oh, his Racing Point has crashed out there. Oh no, Bannister.
And now we have a safety car.
This will be beneficial for Fanny Line, because he really wanted to get off his soft tyres. And to be fair play to Snellweg and Sanab and Stupid Cloud for pitting, because they just pitted onto those onto the medium tyres. So right now, prime position gained for those 3. Now we have to see how this all plays out now. Sajkovic is on the hard tyres. He's fine. He's all good. So if you were the guys now, Tim, on those 5 laps of medium tyres, would you go to the hard straight away, or would you still play that on the mediums?
If I just pitted for mediums, I'm definitely sticking with the medium tires. However, if I was Cyclovich, I would be very concerned as far as what my next choice would be. You say he's good, and while normally I would agree with you, you got to remember that Cyclovich may not have the pace that the guys up in the top 3 do in this race. He qualified in 11th, so now he's running in 3rd. Obviously, he's going to want to go for a podium or a top 5, a very good points day. But would you pit for the medium tires to try to equalize the strategies? Because you're going to lose a lot on the hard tires. You're not going to really have the pace on those hard tires.
I know that, but if you think about it, I have to say, where's Shadowlancer doing? Shadowlancer's coming in. Shadowlancer's coming up from the medium tires. Is he going hards? I'm going to look at Shadowlancer now. Is he hard tires for Shadow? Watching to stop now. He's coming in. Is it another set of is it a hards? No, it's another set of medium tires for Shadow.
I wonder why he would pit for another set of mediums. He's lost 3 positions already, so it couldn't have been worth it. 4 positions now.
Interesting to see how that works for Shadow. Cyclovich is now gone to 3rd now, but yeah, if you think of conserving the tires, Cyclovich is right now on safety car condition. Cyclovich is on all the other drivers conserving tyres now. So, in my opinion, I wouldn't fuss about it much. I know it's a safety car condition, and yes, Hooky is on a fresher set of medium tyres. 2 Cyclovich's hards, but I don't know. I think that Cyclovich still has the edge on tyre lines compared to the top 2, but I think that's just me.
Tire life, I'm sure, but I'm just wondering if those hard tires are not going to have enough pace that he needs to stay there. Because he's got fresh mediums behind him. You know, he's got Hooky, who's only got 1 lap on the mediums. He's got Fanny Line, who's got 6 laps on the softs, which I'm surprised he has not pitted yet.
He's ghosted, that's why.
Snellweg, Sanath. Okay, that would make sense. And then you got Snellweg, Sanath, Superclab, and Shadowlancer all on fresh mediums just behind him. So maybe it'll be okay for Cyclovich, but I really don't know. If the safety car had happened maybe 5 or 10 laps later, it would have been a no-brainer for Cyclovich. Definitely pit for the medium tires and try to stay out for the rest of the race. But because it came out when it did, there's really just no good decisions for Cyclovich. It's just, you know, no matter what decision you make, it could be bad or it could be good. So Cyclovich is just going to have to make a decision and live with it, which at this point he stayed out. So we'll see what he does. We're probably going to go green next time. So we'll keep an eye on that Haas car. We'll see what he can do. And hey, maybe he can walk away with a podium. I mean, it's only lap 8 of 31. We've got a little over 20 laps remaining.
We've got a long way to go before that happens.
Oh yeah.
So, speaking of Haas team, Tim, since we're on the 60 car, we can do some little bit more real Formula 1 talk. Speaking of Haas, because we've got Kevin Magnussen going, we've got Grosjean going out, who will be the next 2 drivers? We've been told, I've watched the Imola Grand Prix, and David Cross was mentioning Mick Schumacher and Mazepin from the F2 race, from both of them from F2. As a Haas team, as fan, as yourself, Tim, would you welcome those 2 in?
At this point, I would welcome any driver in that's going to give their best for the team, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is difficult being a Haas fan in Formula 1 right now because we don't have a lot of points on the board. We are not really battling for midfield. We're not battling for Constructors' Championships. They're just back there kind of hanging out, trying to survive. And I just want a driver in there that is going to give it their all. And that's not to say that Grosjean and Magnussen aren't. It's just the fact that with 2 possible rookies coming in, I just hope that they give it their all and that they can score some solid points for Haas next year. And then maybe the year later, with the new car, Haas will be able to be a more competitive team.
Imagine Mick Schumacher and Haas colours, though, Tim. Does that not sound exciting in your eyes?
It does. It really does. I, unfortunately, do not get to follow a lot of F2, but from what I understand, he's basically lighting the world on fire. And, of course, as you know, he is the son of the legendary 7-time champion Michael Schumacher, who, until very recently, was the leading driver in Grand Prix wins. So, you know, he has got the racing blood in his veins, and he seems to have some of his father's talent as well. So I would definitely welcome him.
Safety car in his lap, Tim. Here we're about to go.
That we are. So Energy Dan, Gamey thinks Psychomich going to lead us off. That's our top 3. Hooky, Fanning Line, Snellweg, Sanit, Stupid Clavin, Shadow Lancer, Need for Speed, rounding out the top 10. The safety car pulling in. Looks like Kara is getting a 5-second time penalty for ignoring the yellow flag. So a bad day going to worse for Kara. They're unfortunate. But let's see what we can do as we are green, green, green. Energy Dan getting a little bit loose there on the start, but hanging on to it. Getting a good start in that AlphaTauri machine. And someone going a little bit wide in the back. That was the Red Bull of Fanning Line, but he's hanging on to it now. So Energy Dan still with a good line through turns 1 and 2. But Gamey Things really closing in that gap, trying to get to the back of that AlphaTauri, but not able to do it. Psychomich back there on the hard tires. Looks like he's struggling just a little bit to keep pace with these guys, but he is still holding his own. Snellweg is back there in 5th, just behind Hooky, who is in 4th. So Hooky really all up on the back of that Haas machine of Psychomich, going to try to go on the outside, but not able to do it. Remember, there is no DRS. Right now, it's going to be activated in about 2 laps time, but no DRS at the moment, so it's just raw pace that we're seeing right now. Psychomich hanging on for 3rd, but just barely as a train is starting to form behind him.
So right now, like you said before, Tim, you said something about, you did say about Psychomich and the performance of the hard tires compared to the much more fresher mediums. What Psychomich is going to do is have to try to defend for all his life and try and place that car the best he can. But you're talking Snellweg and Hooky. You think about it.
There's contact between Hooky and Snellweg that time. Let's take a look at Snellweg. Let's make sure he doesn't have any wing damage. I think he's okay, but it was close. And now Hooky's trying to go around the inside of Psychomich, but not able to do it. Psychomich, as you said, having to defend for his life and doing a good job so far.
So right now, Psychomich is holding a train up. This is just benefiting Dan and Gamey Things. Right now, Psychomich getting all out of shape, gone in underneath the grandstand section. I think this will be Psychomich's day in 3rd place, about to come to a grismal end, because here comes Hooky.
Yeah, Hooky gonna look on the inside here down this front straightaway. He's getting a run, but Snellweg getting a run underneath Hooky, or trying to anyway. Hooky trying to go on the outside, not able to do it. Psychomich is defending, and wow! Snellweg almost gets into the back of Hooky because Hooky has to lift to avoid hitting Psychomich. So now they're about to approach the DRS straight, but no DRS this time. Snellweg goes underneath Hooky, and there's contact just barely between the 2 drivers. Hooky, though, he is back in 4th, gaining the advantage on Snellweg. Both of them driving down this straightaway and closing in on Psychomich. Hooky really driving it in deep, a lockup from the AlphaTauri, but that does not seem to face the car one bit because he is there on Psychomich's back again.
I'd like to say now, Hooky is now in serious peril to actually losing a podium here, because right now Psychomich is holding them up, and this is just benefiting Dan and Gamey Things again. They're just driving away. Psychomich is costing Hooky time, and with Snellweg behind him as well. This is just costing all the time for the top guys. Oh, and Hooky getting on his cheek into the hairpin section, but caught him well. And look at the drive from Hooky coming towards Psychomich now.
Yeah, Hooky is very fast. He is good at getting momentum out of the corners to set himself up for a good straightaway. And that is something that I think is lost on a lot of drivers, and it's something that I myself struggle with, is you have to get a good exit to get the speed required down the straightaway to get a run. And Hooky is so good at that, and I think it's just a matter of time before he gets around Psychomich. But fair play to Psychomich. He is doing such a good job at holding off one of the fastest drivers that we've seen this season.
DRS enabled.
So now Psychomich is going to have another enemy to fend off, not just Hooky, not just Snellweg, but the DRS as well, because he does not have any, and Hooky will have it all. Coming to this straightaway, next time they're going to have the DRS, and we'll see if Hooky can get by him, or if the Haas of Psychomich can hold him off. So the DRS is going to be active this time, and there you see it. Hooky is activated the DRS. That wing is wide open, and a little bit of contact, maybe just a little bit of contact into the back of the Haas from the AlphaTauri.
Fair play for holding that off. That was fair enough defending.
I'll tell you right now, I would not want to try to pass Sykomich. If I was Hooky, if I was Snellweg, if I was anybody, I would not want to try to pass Sykomich because you're going to have a bad time. This man is a rolling roadblock, but for good reason. He's battling for a podium. He's in the race too. He's got every right to be up there, and he's got every right to try to defend his position, and I haven't seen anything from him that would suggest anything dirty. He's just being aggressive and just doing what he has to do.
And now he's down.
And there goes Hooky.
And there goes Hooky down the inside. Little bit of contact. And Snellweg, nope, stays on Sykomich, but Hooky is now released.
But good job to Sykomich. He held him off for quite a long time, and he's still holding off Snellweg, who is our points leader. So Sykomich is not done yet. His race is not over yet. The medium tires are going to have more pace, but it's not going to be long before those hard tires start to kick in, and they're going to be preferred. And he can go so very long on those hard tires that he might still be in contention for that podium.
I think Sykomich does as well, because he does the ones with the Nickon Snellweg, and he's stuck it in a nice Haas sandwich, Tim. I'll tell you what, that's pretty nice to see for you as a Haas fan, in a nice Haas sandwich. But I think that Haas sandwich is about to be broken. Here comes Snellweg down the outside into this right-hander. Sykomich holding him off, but that is it done. Snellweg into fourth.
Sykomich in fifth. He's going to have to deal with his teammate of Stupid Clavin now. Stupid Clavin, of course, who was running third. And wow, he just dives down on the inside. That was a dive bomb if I've ever seen it. Wow, what a pass from Stupid Clavin.
Stupid Clavin on a mission right now. What a move from the Haas man. Sykomich, fair play to him for keeping his Haas car and keeping it all but aware. What driving for Sykomich to keep that out. And beautiful driving for Stupid Clavin to put his Haas car in a place where Sykomich is going to know that he's going to pass. But wow, almost touching, but got through safely.
Yeah, and honestly, that was a smart move from Sykomich to not try to block that advance from Stupid Clavin. He saw that he was there, and he stayed wide, gave him plenty of room. Oh, and Hooky a 3-second time penalty now for multiple warnings, so that was a corner cut somewhere. He is gaining on Gamey Things, though, so let's turn our attention to this battle here, as Gamey Things is slipping and sliding everywhere, as is Hooky, but they're still hanging on to it. But Hooky with that 3-second time penalty is going to have something more to overcome as well. Meanwhile, Energy Dan is leading this race by about 1.9 seconds last time I saw, but he is now pitted, so he's not leading anymore. Energy Dan in the pits, Gamey Things in first, Hooky in second.
So right now, Hooky has got to push even harder now to keep his lead intact, because he's got that 3-second penalty on him. The guys in the chat are saying, what's a move from Stupid Clavin and Sykomich? I have to agree, as Hooky takes the lead. And taking the lead for good measure, but Stupid Clavin, what a move that was. Again, what the move of the race by a million miles. That was a beautiful, again, oh, and Hooky's lost front wing damage for Hooky now.
Oh, no, not for Hooky. That is unfortunate. You know his heart is breaking now in behind the wheel of that AlphaTauri machine. So let's take a look at Hooky. We'll see if we can see the wing damage on his car. I did see it fly off.
Yes, the left end plate is gone.
Oh, now he might be okay. I have seen a few drivers be able to recover with minor wing damage here at Singapore. So we'll see what he can do. So far, it doesn't look like it's affected his pace too much. And that's actually very surprising. So that just goes to show how quick that AlphaTauri is. He's actually gaining on Gamey Things. His lead is now 2.3 seconds.
Hooky's just a sensational driver, isn't he?
Hooky doesn't need a left in plate. I think it made the car faster, honestly. He's 2.5 seconds in front of Gamey Things.
Look at Stupid Clavin on the back of Snellweg now. Look at Stupid Clavin go. This is the guy who's usually battling the midfield. He's taking on the championship leader. Oh, and he was speed 3-second penalty. But look at Stupid Clavin on the back of the championship leader. Snellweg trying another one, didn't he, Tim?
He tried it, it wasn't going to work, and he had to back off of him, but Snellweg was expecting it as well. Snellweg actually took a little bit of a evasive action through turn one as well, but look at Snellweg now. He's all up on the back of Gamey Things for that second position. That's a championship leader trying to get around the Red Bull, and there he goes side by side in the DRS zone, and he clears it before they get to the corner. Moves Snellweg up in the second position. That orange McLaren P2.
So, Sajkovic is behind. Sajkovic is Sanap are fighting. So we're looking at this group now. Charlotte looks like Sanap's just gone past Sajkovic. Sajkovic is not performing well on those hard tyres, Tim. I think you are right with Sajkovic with these tyres. I think he should have put into the safety car. But Tim, you got a spot on, my man.
Sajkovic can still go a little bit longer, so it may not quite be over, but that is what I was thinking, is that you pit for the medium tires while you're ahead, because you got to remember the top three were very far ahead of the rest of the pack when the safety car came out.
Oh, Stuart McLaren's gone past Gaming Pigs.
Oh, yes, he did. Wow, look at that. So Stupid Clavin, a man on a mission. And as I was saying earlier, while he was passing Sajkovic, Stupid Clavin was running in third earlier in this race. And it looked as though he could very well challenge for the lead. But then he spun out of turn number 2, turn number 3. I'm not exactly sure how we classify that particular corner. But he spun. I don't think he hit the wall, but he did lose a lot of positions. Was dropped all the way back down to the 8th position. Has rebounded now back to 3rd in that Haas machine and chasing down our championship leader. And they have the same amount of laps on their tires. This is not just pressure tires chasing down old tires. This is raw pace from Stupid Clavin that you're seeing right now.
Hooky, like I said, Hooky with that damaged front wing, he doesn't even care. He has the front wing down. He's just motoring along at the moment. Again, Stupid Clavin, I love this guy is on a mission. Made one of the most sensational moves of the race and chasing down our championship leaders. Been nothing but sensational. Shalancer goes into P5 and Shaw and those two. Did you see that, Tim? Both of them went overshot the corner, but they somehow missed each other. Good driving of both of them.
And I think now is about the time that Sajkovic's hard tires are really starting to show their life. It's 14 laps on those tires, but now they're starting to be preferable because he's pulling away from the drivers on older medium. Shadowlancer, though, trying to take it back to him. A little bit loose for Sajkovic out of that last corner, and a little bit loose for Need for Speed in the Alfa Romeo as well. But Shadowlancer just kind of in a sandwich here between Sajkovic and Need for Speed, and he's just trying to get whatever he can get from this, using the slipstream on Sajkovic. Any DRS that he can use, he's definitely using. Very loose out of that corner for Sajkovic, not so loose for Shadowlancer. So this hard tire is still a struggle, but I think that they are now the better tire versus Shadowlancer's mediums.
I can also note him that Energy Dan has plenty for the hard tyres. It'd be very interesting to see how he'll cope through the traffic going through this race. One of them did note in the comments, so we'll have to see how Energy Dan goes through the traffic. But is that Stupid Clavin Snellweg, I wonder? It is. Oh, he's so close, isn't he, Tim? Can Snellweg be past the Stupid? Look at Stupid. He's enjoying this track, isn't he, Tim?
Yeah, Stupid Clavin, this is definitely his track, and he is showing it. Stupid Clavin off on the back of that McLaren, and he has the DRS on him as well. He's not quite gaining on him, though. Snellweg got a good exit out of that last corner. Snellweg pulling away, and Stupid Clavin not close enough to try to do a very tight pass this time. Sajkovic, a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Unfortunate for him while we watch his teammate battle for second place.
Shalancer on Sajkovic down the inside. He's overshot the corner. Oh, Sajkovic with the switchback move on Shalancer. Beautifully done for Sajkovic.
Sajkovic is saying his day is not done. He's got a time penalty. He's lost his podium. He's in fifth right now, but he is still fighting for everything that he can get. Fair play from Sajkovic there. Fair play from his teammate Stupid Clavin as well, who is battling in third still, even though Snellweg is now kicked into high gear.
Good day for the Haas team.
Very good day for Haas.
Oh, Shalancer gets a bit deep in the hairpin, but kept this car on track, so that's good news for his part. Need for Speed. I'll tell you now, fair shouts for Need for Speed. I usually see this man usually by this time going into a wall or crashing out, but he's really, really putting it well on Singapore today. I'd love to see this guy get a points finish. Need for Speed has had a horrible time off track with everything going on, but he's having a real strong showing today. Where's Stupid Clavin? Oh, here comes Stupid Clavin again, Tim, on Snellweg. But there's a problem, Tim. Snellweg has got a little bit more worse than Then Stupid Clavin now. Stupid Clavin had to rely on raw pace. He's trying, isn't he, to get past Stupid Clavin, but it's not happening.
Here's DRS zone this time. Let's see what they can do. Stupid Clavin trying to get close to Snellweg, but Snellweg got such a great exit, and it's just like he's got really good straight line speed, whatever setup that he's got in that car. And Snellweg definitely arcing it in. So very nice corner there. Stupid Clavin thinking about going on the inside, but not able to do so. Just trying to follow that McLaren is the best thing that Stupid Clavin can do right now, is follow Snellweg, intimidate him, make him use up his tires. You know you're faster, you can get by, so why push it? Be patient. Make Snellweg think he's faster by running him faster. He'll use up his tires quicker.
So right now, Stupid Clavin is really pushing the pressure on what's happened to just load in? What's happened to just load in? He's gone slow. It looks like it's been a mistake. Is there any front wing damage on the Renault, I wonder? Yes, I don't see anything right now. No damage. Looks like he's made a mistake somewhat. But let's go back to Stupid Clavin's Snellweg. Snellweg's a bit wide going through that left-hander, but he's always got the drive. Right now, Snellweg's putting on one hell of a show, and also putting on one hell of a show is Hooky. Still with that front left end plate missing, is still doing very well, Tim, which is fair dues to his part.
A 3.8-second lead for Hooky now, and to put that into perspective, when he hit the wall and lost his front end plate, it was about a 2-second lead for Hooky. So he has gained 1.7 seconds since he hit the wall. Usually you go the other way.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. If I was Stupid Clavin now, Tim, I would just save my ERS. Save the ERS and try and overtake Snellweg, because if you keep using ERS all the time, you're not going to go anywhere, because you're not closing up anywhere at all on him. Save the ERS. Try and try to say this now. Look, I'll be conservative for now, but when my ERS is finished, you'll see another side of me. Stupid Clavin, give your ears, save your ERS, save it, and then you can overtake Snellweg.
Well, they were both using it down the straightaway, DRS straight, both of them with putting it in overtake mode, and now Stupid Clavin's starting to gain on Snellweg. Stupid Clavin is really good through these tight corners. Snellweg seems to really struggle, and now that's a good exit for Snellweg off of that corner.
Look at Dan, Danny inside the Shadow Lancer going to the left-hander, and Dan's through. Dan's gone past Shadow Lancer, now he's got the good test. I'll try and get past Psychomich. This should be fun. Oh, Stupid Clavin 3 seconds, Tim. Oh, that's not what he wanted. No. That's not what he wanted.
No, it's not. And he hit the wall. He just hit the wall. He does not have any wing damage, but it was definitely a scrape. I was riding on board with him, and I heard it. Very lucky for Stupid Clavin.
Both of them in the pits.
A bad... Yeah, both of them in the pits now. So, a bit of luck for Stupid Clavin as soon as he has bad luck. And Hooky's in the pits as well. So the top three drivers pitting now.
So there's Energy Dan.
Sanath in the lead.
Sanath's in the lead. Psychomich will be running in second place, and Energy Dan will go into third. Shadowlancer fourth. No, Shadowlancer's coming to the pits again. So is Shadowlancer going on the softs? Wait and see. Looking at Dan and Psychomich now, Tim.
Psychomich, Energy Dan riding there. Energy Dan on fresher, hard tires than Psychomich. So he might just be able to get through him. He's going to have DRS this time, but Psychomich is really battling to try to hold on to that spot. Energy Dan, though, going underneath Psychomich now for second place.
Nice
and there
move.
goes the AlphaTauri driver just sailing by that Haas machine.
That is Dan into first place position, because Sanath will have to stop. And Hooky, another 3-second penalty. Hooky's day is going bad to worse to absolute into a miserable day. That's 6 seconds added to Hooky's time. Yeah, it's down. Well, it's down to luck really on this track, Tim. You can push hard, but you will require penalties in the meantime, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and honestly, if Hooky had not got that second penalty, then he would have been okay, because he had a 3-second lead before he pitted. And assuming that the pit stop cycled through, he would have been right back in the lead. So just unfortunate for Hookie there that I don't think it's going to be quite as easy of a win as maybe he was hoping. But it looks like Stupid Clavin has actually been able to jump Hookie in the pit stop. So Hookie is now behind Stupid Clavin.
Good shout there, Tim. I did not know this.
Yeah, so Stupid Clavin running in 5th. Now Hookie is really trying. Did you see that going underneath the grandstand section there? Hookie really trying to put the pressure on Stupid Clavin. Stupid Clavin, of course, going on the hard tires where Hookie is on the mediums. So a little bit of strategy going on here. Hookie on the mediums.
Psychomich finally in. Psychomich is finally in. Wow.
And really, there was nothing more that Psychomich could have done. He did everything he could, but the safety car came out at a bad time, and now he's pulling in for the medium tires. He still might have a points finish. He can still finish in the points. So
Psychomich's speed goes a 3-second penalty. And here comes Hookie, the AlphaTauri, taking over another Haas car. Here comes Hookie down the outside.
Oh, there's contact, and Stupid Clavin spins again.
Oh, man. We got that live as well. So, did Hookie leave enough room for Stupid Clavin, or did he cut in on him? We'll have to wait for the stewards recalling on that one. That will be sent to the stewards for that little incident. So let's have a look at Shadow Lancer.
I was on board with Stupid Clavin that time. I did not get a good view as to whether or not enough room was left. I really can't comment on that, but it is unfortunate for Stupid Clavin. He had such a good run going. Now he's back into 6th place, as now Shadow Lancer battling, trying to keep Need for Speed behind him.
Can I just say, Tim, a little bit of information on Shadow Lancer and Need for Speed. These two are very, very good friends. They're old school friends from a while back. So, old school friends gonna fight each other, Tim. This should be fun.
We'll see what happens here. Need for Speed using that slipstream to get close to Shadow Lancer. He was a lot closer at the beginning of the straightaway than at the end of the straightaway, so Shadow Lancer getting a better exit out of that corner. Hookie the fastest lap, though, a 1:38.7 for Hookie in that AlphaTauri. Just because he's got 2 time penalties doesn't mean that he's going to give up.
And he's right behind Gamey Figs. Look at him go.
Yeah, Hookie is a man on a mission. He's got fresh medium tires. They might as well be soft tires as far as he's concerned. Soft tires that will last forever. Hookie trying to go around Gamey Things. Almost some contact going around the inside of him now. Contact, and Hookie spins! Hookie spins in the same spot that Stupid Clavin spun a lap ago.
Wow! 2 laps in a row, and I just don't believe it, Tim. Aren't they leaving space for each other, I wonder? They prevented Snellweg into 3rd now.
And Snellweg has done everything he needed to do today. He has stayed out of trouble. He's been consistent, and you had him picked for the podium. You had Energy Game, Gaming Things, and Snellweg picked for the podium, and those are the drivers in the top 3 at the moment.
I'll forget this right, Tim. I'll be immensely amazed with myself. Oh, and Need for Speed has clipped the wall. On the left-hander, turning too early, put the power on too early, and it's gone into the wall. And that means he'll lose he's lost some front wing damage, and he'll lose time to Shadow Lancer. So now Snellweg is on the back of Gaming Figs now. 8/10 of a second between the two. So now it's Snellweg's turn to take on Gaming Figs, Tim.
Let's see what Snellweg can do with the Red Bull. He's going to have a bit of a gap to overcome, though, but he's going to have DRS, and he's got fresher medium tires than Gaming Things has hard tires, so he's going to catch him soon, but getting around him is going to be another matter.
In terms of the championship standings, Sid, this is good news for Snellweg. Even though Dan is winning, Snellweg's only going to be in 2nd place once he gets past Gaming Things. So right now, Snellweg's race and championship is looking extremely, extremely good at this point.
Yeah, and we only have a handful of races left. In fact, I think we have 5 races left in the schedule, so it's not going to be long before we're talking about clinch scenarios for the McLaren of Snellweg and for the AlphaTauri of Energy Dan. Of course, Snellweg being a significant gap ahead of Energy Dan. I think 219 points to 176 points is the margin at the time being, so that's almost 40 points, I do believe, if I'm doing my math right off the top of my head. So Snellweg has He cannot get complacent, though. He has to try everything that he can. He has to get every position that he can, but he has to do it patiently and cautiously because he cannot afford a bad day, but he can't afford to just ride around you.
One guy in the comments, Tim, has noted me. Did Snellweg take his penalty in the stops? Because one guy did notice me that Snellweg has a 5-second penalty. Did he get rid of the penalty in the stops? Because I think he did. I think Snellweg pitted and got rid of his 5-second penalty. So, and look at this. Look at Hooky. He's joined back in the fight. So this is a free car fight for second place, Tim.
That it is, and Snellweg going to try to go around Gaming Things. Does he make the move? There's some contact between the two. Gaming Things hanging on to the spot for now. Snellweg not going to give up, though, looking on the inside, but Gaming Things is going to hold on to it for now. Snellweg now going around Gaming Things with relative ease, and Hooky into the back of Gaming Things, at least very close to it. There's DRS with Hooky. There's DRS for Snellweg, none for Gaming Things, and he's still with Snellweg, but he's got Hooky on his outside now. Hooky going around the outside of Gaming Things. Both of them getting through that corner good that time around. Lap 23 of 31. This is the battle for second place. 2 podium spots on the line. Gaming Things missing out now in fourth, but you got to remember, Hooky's got a time penalty. He's got 6 seconds worth of time penalties that he has still got to serve at the end of this race.
And also, speaking of time penalties, Tim, Stupid Clavin could be sneaking into fourth place because of the penalties of Hooky, Tim.
Now, Stupid Clavin has a 3-second time penalty as well, though. Don't forget that. So
oh, yeah, good point.
Be close with him, too.
It's going to be a good result for any of them at this point, Tim. It's going to be very interesting.
It is Singapore. Anything can happen.
And if Hooky can get past Snellweg...
Hooky. Oh, no, never mind. I thought for a minute Hooky was able to get by Snellweg, but that was just the ghosted car up Fanning Line, so my apologies there. Hookie's still in third.
The gaps are starting to open up slightly now. Well, it was going to open up slightly, but Hooky ruins that moment. And here comes Mr. Hooky, Mr. James Hooky, the the Wonder Welshman, is about to take on the Dutch flyer, Snellweg.
And honestly, if I were Snellweg, I would just let Hooky go. Of course, that's easy for me because I know that Hooky has 6 seconds worth of time penalties. What I don't know is if Snellweg knows that Hooky has 6 seconds worth of time penalties. So Snellweg is going to probably defend here, not knowing that Hooky has 6 seconds worth of time penalties. But even if Hooky gets by, Snellweg is not in the clear because we're not sure if he served his time penalty in the pits. I think he did as well, Oliver, but I really am not sure. So this could potentially be a wacky finish here in just a few laps between Hooky and Snellweg and Gaming Things.
And it just, and Snellweg is trying to close that energy down as well. So this could be one of our closest finishes yet, Tim. This could be one of our closest finishes today.
However, I will say I don't think that Snellweg is going to get to Energy Dan. That's a 4-second gap, 3.9 second gap now. So he is gaining on him, but I don't think he's going to get close enough to really make him.
Yeah, free warming up nicely. Free track condensers competing for a win. Yeah, Snow can have a bit more. It's only on 4 laps old mediums, Tim, compared to Dan's 10 on the hard. So it's Snellweg's pushing extremely hard to get to Dan, but like you said before, I think Dan just got enough to keep ahead of Snellweg, but it's going to be a little bit tight.
Snellweg doing a good job in defending the position from Hooky there. Actually kind of reminding me of what we were seeing with Sykovich earlier on. Snellweg just really not taking no for an answer, and Hooky just trying to get by him, trying to scratch and claw every position that he possibly can to try to help his championship battle. A little bit of a lockup there from Hooky going into that corner. That just shows you how hard he's driving into these corners, just trying to make up as much time as he possibly can. And you know, with 5 laps on those tires, he can still afford to do that. There's still some life left in those medium tires, but it's not going to be long before they start to fall off.
3.2 now between Snellweg and Energy Dan. So right now, Snellweg really applying the pressure, trying to squeeze slowly into Dan. It's now 2.9 now, Tiz. Snellweg is gaining, isn't he?
Yeah, and honestly, that's just in one lap. He has gained about a second in one lap. So if he keeps at that pace, then he might just be able to pass Energy Dan. I'm still not 100% convinced he's going to be able to do it because he's using up so much of his tires, but so is Energy Dan, though. You know, he's got 11 laps on those hard tires, so this could theoretically come down to a very close finish. As
like I said before, I'm always right.
I'm still not convinced, though, that Snellweg is going to be able to catch him. It's going to be so close. We've got 5 laps remaining once they get to the line this time. 5 laps to go this time, so...
Ray Chandler said some good racing between these guys. Yeah, definitely, man. Real good racing. Yes, there's been a few spins here and there, a few bumps and scrapes, but hey, that's racing. You've got to have bumps and scrapes here and there. You can't always have a clean race. You are going to have bumps and scrapes here in around the place, but that's just what we love racing, Tim. It's good, hard-fought racing.
Motorsports are a contact sport. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when there will be contact.
And look at this 2.1, Tim. Snellweg is closing him down at an alarming rate.
It's almost as if Hookie is pushing him, and he's obviously not. I mean, that would just kill Hookie's front wing, but it's almost like he's just pushing him around the racetrack to try to get him close to his teammate.
It's weird, isn't it? You can just say, look at Lucky. He's trying, isn't he, to get past now because he knows he's catching up to Dan. It's Tim. They have a 3-car fight for the lead. Yeah, I think Hookie might be a little bit out of it, but Hookie was so close to the back of Snellweg, but almost getting out of the way. It's very, very close.
So still 2.1, 2.2 seconds behind. Energy Dan is the McLaren of Snellweg. They're having to deal with the ghosted car of Racing Podge there, so that's not going to be a factor in this battle. Energy Dan is just now rounding the final 2 corners. Snellweg following closely behind, just 2.2 seconds behind, and that is close as opposed to 2 laps ago when it was almost 5 seconds between the 2 drivers. So Snellweg very fast here, but I think he's starting to lose some of his pace because it's not really gaining as significant as he was. 2.3 seconds now.
It's slower, yeah, it's 2.3, but it's not going down at a good rate. There is Dan on the back straight. There's Snellweg on the back straight. Where is Hookie? Right behind him. Where is Hookie to come out of all of this? Snellweg's defending to the inside.
And Hookie trying to go.
Oh, Snellweg got a bit messy. No, good defending for Snellweg. Very good defending. And that cost him a second, Tim.
Yeah, that was very good defending indeed from Snellweg. That was impressive. I thought for a minute that Hookie was going to be able to go around the outside, but just not able to do so. So he's going to have to regroup and try again. He's running out of laps. Lap 27 of 31 here for the Speed Force Racing Series GP4 Singapore Grand Prix. There was a big lockup there from Snellweg. I thought for a minute that it was all over for him. I had to pause and get my bearings there for a minute. Snellweg, though, just not taking no for an answer, driving that car as hard as it'll go and then some. Hookie doing the same thing as well. This is actually allowing Energy Dan to gain a significant amount on these guys.
Dan has got this race in the bag now. All Dan needs to do is not to make a mistake now.
Just ride around and keep a consistent pace, and Energy Dan will be your winner today.
So Hookie, what can he do against Snellweg? Snellweg has got him and Hookie's got the same amount of errs, but Hookie it looks faster, but Snellweg defending well. Oh, look at Hookie getting a good exit. I'll tell you what, this is good fun seeing the championship contenders having a good fight in the podium position team. Oh, and Hookie's going to have a look. No.
He's going to have a look, but is he going to have a pass? Snailweg shutting the door on him. Hooky doing a crossover, and underneath Snailweg now side by side into the corner. A lockup from the AlphaTauri, and Snailweg goes wide. He was loose. He hung on to it, slipping and sliding everywhere. Hooky still on the back of the McLaren. It's not over yet. Lap 28 of 31, a lockup from Hooky is going to give Snailweg a little bit of breathing room, but will Hooky be able to regroup and get back to the back of that McLaren?
What driving from Snailweg? Unbelievable driving from him. Oh, Hooky is out of the ship again, going for the corner. I think Hooky is now chances are done for because his tyres are cooked. I mean, yes, they got the same lap amount of tyres as Snow, but Snow has been, imagine the tyres better than him. Look, you can say, well, actually, these two tyres that they got are a little bit fitter and Gamey Things, Tim. He's 2.9 behind these two. These two got to be careful, or Gamey Things will catch the two with Stupid Clavin behind.
Yeah, so it looks like Gamey Things might just be able to get a podium position here. It's going to be close. Hooky in third now, but you got to remember that he has 6 seconds worth of time penalties, and Gamey Things 2.7 seconds behind. That would promote him to the third position, assuming he does not have any time penalties on his own. But Hooky is not worried about that. Hooky is going for broke, still trying
I don't think Hooky cares, I think, Tim.
Hooky does not care. He just wants to get by Snailweg at this point, probably for bragging rights.
Here we go again.
So down the DRS straight, Hooky will have the DRS, but Snailweg is defending very well. Not close enough to make a move that time. Hooky, you got to be very careful, though, around that corner. He took it a little bit, he cut it a little bit closer than what Snailweg did, and you got to be careful. You do not want to get another time penalty added onto that, or any chance of a podium will definitely be out the window by that time.
2.5 now between Gamey Things and Hooky now.
And, you know, there is actually a battle going under the radar here. Gamey Things and Stupid Clavin, Oliver. Stupid Clavin back to fifth, battling with Gamey Things. This could be a podium. Half a second behind the Red Bull.
This is going to be phenomenal for Stupid Clavin if he gets a podium. I was doing practice with him. He looks so comfortable here in Singapore. He looks so comfortable. Gamey Things is all over the show. Stupid Clavin is in the show. Oh, that's Hooky's chance is done. That is done. Finish. Finito. Hooky is not going to be on the podium for now, for no longer.
So now the battle for the podium is between Gamey Things and Stupid
Hooky's lost
Clavin.
it! Hooky's lost it!
So Hooky's going to drop. Hooky trying to get turned back around in fifth right now. Might drop back to sixth place if not further back. Gamey Things, Stupid Clavin still battling it out, going into turn number one. Gamey Things, though, you got to remember, I don't know if he has any time penalties, but Stupid Clavin does. He's got 3 seconds worth of time penalties. This is the battle for the podium, third and fourth. Gamey Things, Stupid Clavin, Snailweg in second. He is pretty much locked into a podium. He's just got to hang on.
It's down to these two for the podium, Tim. Who's going to get a podium? Is it Mr. Consistent or is it Mr. Sensational with his overtakes? It's Stupid Clavin. Who is going to get a podium, Tim?
He might have to be sensational with an overtake if he wants a chance at that podium, because time penalty or not, he's still got to get in front of that Red Bull if he wants even a chance. Gizlodian pulling down out of the way to let those drivers by. Good sportsmanship there.
Yeah, good drive there for Gizlodian there. Good work for the lap car, but now it's all down to these final 2 laps. Can Stupid Clavin get past Gamey Things and get a podium? This will be sensational for him for a season here in Desapar.
And Gamey Things is holding Stupid Clavin off on older tires. It's only 4 laps, but that is still older tires on the Red Bull than what Stupid Clavin has, and he's still being able to hold him off fairly comfortably, honestly. So good job to Gamey Things. If he is able to get this podium, it is going to be a well-earned podium, but make no mistake, Stupid Clavin has done such a wonderful job around this course today that if he gets a podium, it will also
Dan's
be
got a 3-second penalty. Dan just picked up a 3-second, Tim. So, has he got more penalties than that, or is that just the one? Hopefully it's just the one.
So we might be looking at a Snailweg victory if Energy Dan does not play it careful here. It's going to be close. Stupid Clavin still battling for Gaming Things for the podium position, but I think Gaming Things might just have a lock on it. Energy Dan, though, that's the story now. He's got at least one set of time penalties. We saw him this time, but we don't know if he's got a second. If he's got 3 seconds, he's fine. If he's got 6 seconds,
oh, Stupid Clav's chiming
not.
in. Stupid Clav's trying another dive bomb, but he's not going to work out this time.
Stupid Clavin doing everything that he can to get around Gaming Things, but I don't think it's going to be enough, but he still has half a track to go. He still has got a shot at this podium, but he is going to have to fight so very hard, and it still might not be enough. Does he have wing damage? Is there wing damage on that car? It looks like he is dropping back significantly.
They caught up Snellweg. They have caught up to Snellweg, but Dan, sensational drive from him. Mr. Brilliant, Mr. Strategy Perfect. Dan is going to win this race, Tim.
That he is. He's just got a few more corners to go. Energy Dan qualified on the mediums, had a stellar time on the mediums, second quickest. He started on the mediums, switched to the hards, and now he has not looked back. 2 more corners to go as he almost hits the wall, but he will not hit the wall. Instead, he'll cross the line and win the Singapore Grand Prix for Energy Dan.
But who's going to second and third?
Leader will cross the line in second. Gaming Things in third officially. That's your podium.
Gaming Things, Mr. Consistent wins. Wins the third place battle. Well done, Stupid Clavin. Great driver, man. Driver of the day, in my opinion. Good work. Sanav will come 5th. Psychomich, fair dues to him to come in 6th, Tim.
Honestly, I think that Stupid Clavin and Psychomich both deserve driver of the day.
Well done to the Haas boys.
So well. Yeah, well done for both of them. And you know, let's not ignore Sanath. He is sitting there in 5th place. A solid run for Sanath in that Williams. A good job to him as well.
Hooky gets a championship point for fastest lap. Well done to him.
And he's going to need every point that he can get. So good job to Hooky getting the fastest lap there toward the end. He spun, so he pitted for soft tires. I mean, he might as well at the end if he's got a free pit stop. He had already spun out. His chances of a podium were out the window, but he at least capitalized on a bad situation.
And let's just say shout out to Need for Speed after torrid of retirement, torrids of crashes. He finally gets points in GP4. Need for Speed gets points, Tim.
Congratulations to Need for Speed, sitting there in the 9th place position in that Alfa Romeo. He's going to be ecstatic. And looks like Snellweg is given the driver of the day by the game, but honestly, I have to give it to Stupid Clavin. He rebounded from spins each and every time. He did such a wonderful job. There's no other driver. And
his overtakes as well, Tim. It's been nothing but sensational as well.
Yeah, Stupid Clavin definitely not taking no for an answer here today. So Energy Dan celebrating on the top spot of the podium. We will get him into the party very soon along with Snellweg and Gamey Things. But first things first, your official finishing order for the Speed Force Racing League GP4 Series Singapore Grand Prix. Energy Dan in first, Snellweg in second, Gamey Things in third, Stupid Clavin in fourth, Sanath in fifth, Psychomich in sixth, Hooky in seventh after a disappointing spin in the closing lap. Shadow Lancer in eighth, ninth is Need for Speed with a points finish. Admeister in 10th, Gizlodian in 11th, Racing Podge in 12th, 13th is Fanny Lion, 14th is Proliver, Kara in 15th, and 16th is Bannister with a DNF. What
unbelievable. What a race. Super Clavin, unbelievable drive, but let's not take away from Energy Dan. He had done a sensational strategy drive, and Snellweg, yes, he'll finish second in this race, but it will still keep hold of his championship lead going into the next final few races. He's looking super strong for the championship, Tim.
He really is, and we're going to see just what the gap is here very shortly. Gonna have to get them into this party though.
Right, we're gonna have a break and we'll get these dot into the party. It's a fire energy legend. Oh dear. Slow? Oh, sweet. Dan's adding him out. So yeah, we can start. If you want to start interviews, Tim, while Dan is giving things in.
He's invited
thanks,
anyway, be sure.
Thanks, Nell.
No problem.
Alrighty, so we're just waiting on gamey things, and apparently I'm not the only one that's had issues with lobbies and connection and all that stuff today. I almost couldn't even make it into the race, but we were able to do that. So once we get gamey things in here, we will start the interviews. Of course, first things first, for the guys that are in here, make sure that you have allowed your voice to be shared. Go over to the party settings and just make sure that it is selected to always allow. Let me know when you're ready. We will start the questions as we wait on gamey things.
I'm done.
Same.
All right, well, first things first, let's talk to Energy Dan. You had probably the favorite strategy around this track. You started on the mediums with a second quickest qualifying. So first of all, a very, very quick car you had on the medium tires. So that helped you out tremendously. And then you were able to walk away with the win. The drivers, they were getting close to you there toward the end, but you were able to kick it into high gear and pull away when it counted. So just tell us about your race and what your secret is to get another win this season.
Well, to be honest with you, Singapore, I think it's well known in SFR that it's probably, if not my favourite, one of my favourites, just like Baku is. I just seem to gel with street circuits, barring Monaco until this season. I was doing alright on the mediums in practice for qualifying, and my aim was basically qualifying the top 7, hoping to be the fastest medium runner, let everyone get rid of those softs because I knew they wouldn't have normally 4 or 5 laps in a max. Let everyone get out of the way and then just use the clean air to just build a lead. I knew I'd get behind someone when I come out my second stint, but I knew it wouldn't be anyone doing a one-stop, so I kind of just kept cool and just realised that once I can clear these people, I'm alright. I think, to be honest with you, what made me keep the win was the overtake I did on Tom coming down to the Anderson Bridge section. I really needed to clear him quickly, and sorry to Tom if I made a little bit of contact. I had to go down the inside on him and get through him. It was apparent that I needed to do that when Snellweg was chasing me, and then I got that 3-second time penalty on the second to last lap, and I was just like, right, pedal to the metal. But I mean, I underfueled my car. I only put an extra, I think it was an extra half a lap in. So I was doing sectors 1 and half of 2 in Rich, and then the last sector in Lean. So I was saving a little bit on the rear tyres and stuff. So, but I always knew medium to hard was going to be the best strategy. But I did get worried when that safety car came out. I was saying to Hookie, shall I pit or not? Then I realised how many laps I'd have to do on the hards. Now the hards are brilliant, but I think once you get past that 20 lap mark, they do start to get a little bit too slidey. So yeah, I trusted my gut instinct, went with it, and yeah, got the win after trying for 3 seasons. It's been a long time coming.
How was the car during that race, Dan? Because you looked very, very comfortable with the setup today. So how was the car?
Mate, it absolutely felt beautiful. I don't think I've had a setup that worked that well all season. Barring my Baku setup is probably top notch. I think that is a good setup, but the Singapore one, it's taken quite a few tweaks here and there. The only thing I changed in the last 2 days was on my first stint, I put the wing up to 1011, and then for the last stint, I turned it down to 911, just to make sure I had that a little bit more straight line speed. So yeah, it felt good. The only time I really had any problems was the last 4 laps on the halves. They started getting a bit slidey, but yeah, it felt good. I was getting a bit worried when Gain was behind me. Before Hookie and Snellweg got involved with him, I was thinking, oh, Gamey's going to come through here and take it. But yeah, I saw that Snellweg came through, and then I'm not sure what was worse, having Gamey behind me or Snellweg.
So in terms of the next race, Stan, how are you feeling?
Where are we again? Russia. I've not actually done any. I've only done one running around Russia, and that was right at the start when the game came out. It felt as normal Russia is. So track limits. It's an alright track. I don't really have an opinion on Russia at the minute because there's a lot of circuits this season that I used to hate and actually quite like. So it might turn out to be favourite. So I'll hold judgment until next week, would it?
Okay.
Alright, so now we can move on to Snellweg finishing in second. So Snellweg, you did not increase your points lead today, but you did the second best thing, and that is finish behind the driver that you are battling to keep behind you in the point standings. That's a mouthful. Anyway, tell us about your race, because you started in 8th and you were able to rebound up to 2nd. How were you able to do that? Was there any deciding factor, or was it just staying out of trouble today?
Yeah, it was just getting in the zone. Like, I can't remember half of the race. I was just so focused to not get any wing damage, to not make any mistakes, to defend against so many guys. Bannister, Hookie, Gamey were all behind me, and I had to try to keep them behind. And like, my qualifying lap was really bad. I just made it, but then at the first corner I already went too deep, and so yeah, that's pretty much lap done. But then the race, I had a good start where I already picked up 2 or 3 places, and then just could capitalize on just being focused. Did pick up a 5-second penalty at the pit stop, but in the end it maybe cost me first, but I think Dan would have pushed a little bit harder if I was a bit closer. So can't complain.
So in terms of the fights that you had, what was the most intense one that you had?
I'm gonna say, it's hard to choose. Stupid Clevin, was he behind me? I think as well, right?
Yeah, I think he was at one point, yeah.
Quite some time. Yeah, it's between, I think him and Hookie, because I was watching the stream and I heard you guys saying that he had a really nice dive bomb, so I was really afraid of that happening to me, but I could keep him behind me, luckily.
In terms of going into the championship now, you got Tim said to me that we only got like 5 rounds left. Are you just feeling all the more confident now that the title could be wrapped up within the next 3 races time?
I hope so. The guys are fast, like today they showed. They're not going to make it easy for me. Even some guys normally fighting in the middle of the pack, like showing some real pace, some real progress, and just fighting everything they got with me. So yeah, it's nice to see they just want to have nice clean battles, and we'll see where it ends.
Russia coming up?
Yeah, the last few races I said it's not my best track, but then I got on the podium, so I'm gonna say it's not my best track.
that's just him just downplaying the just see him racing in Russia's like, yeah, I'll go podium now and I'll go for a win.
Well, here's one for you guys, Snellweg. I need to outscore you in every race by 7.16 points to even have a chance of winning.
So how many points does Snellweg need now?
That's a good question. He's 43 ahead, so by Brazil he'd need to be 50 points clear by Brazil. So he needs to score. It depends on what I score. It's hard to say because I think this will go down to the wire. I think it'll go to at least Brazil. Put it that way.
Wow. Tim, things are getting exciting.
That they are, and it's actually 6 races remaining. I just checked, so after today, 6 races remaining for Energy Dan to climb that standings, or for Snellweg to keep him behind. But now we're going to turn our attention to gamey things. Don't worry, we didn't forget about you back there. You finished in 3rd, and you had a fast car, you had a decent qualifying run, so you were up there around the top 5 pretty much the entire day. So just walk us through your race and how it came about that you got this podium there toward the end, because you might have got it anyway. I'll tell you that right now. Hookie had 6 seconds worth of time penalties before he spun, so we were watching you and Stupid Clavin, and ultimately you won the battle over Stupid Clavin. So tell us about that as well.
First off, qualifying. To be honest, I wasn't planning to do the strategy I was doing them it today. On my last run, I went out on the reds, and I was pretty rapid. I probably could have got pole, but in sector 3, I met a blooming Mercedes, and it really blocked me.
Oh, mad.
So yeah, I was stuck starting P5, but maybe that blocking may have been a little bit of a godsend a bit, because the mediums turned out to be the right strategy for a one stop. Got off pretty well, like I normally do anyway, and obviously some people just went past me because obviously they were on softer tyres than I am at the start, but over the course managed to like drag it out. The safety car also made me think about, oh god, what do I do here? And I was just watching to see what energy Dan would do. If he pitted him, I would pit, because I think that he's like my main thing for that entire race. But he didn't, so I'm just like, I'll do the same thing as he's doing, which turned out to be a good thing. Apparently, I had to defend and attack some people like Hooky. I don't know what happened one time when he spun, but it's unfortunate that he spun with a few laps remaining to not help him in his championship fight. But getting a P3, and another podium. The streak continues, and yeah.
I was about to say, Gaby, that we've been calling you Mr. Consistent because of the amount of podiums you'd be getting here this season. Are you still surprised that you getting these amount of podiums, and is this a message for you next season that you could be possibly challenging for GP4 next season?
Possibly. We would have to see, but yeah, that all depends on everything. I'm just happy at the moment just to get the podiums I'm getting, so I don't know what else to say about that.
Okay, walk us through your battle with Stupid Clavin then, because you had a good fight with him towards the end of the race.
Yeah, because obviously he was like the main battle I had during the end of the race, because he was tailing me as I was, I believe, catching Snellweg and Hooky during the end. So it was probably he picked up the pace at the when Hooky actually span out at him at the end, because of like he's probably thinking, okay, I can get a podium here, let's get this guy, but managed to hold him past me because I also turned up from the engine a bit. I think he dive bombed me at one point on the last lap.
Saw it, yeah.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know what he was thinking, but nothing. I don't think nothing happened like damage or anything. But yeah, I really enjoyed that, and obviously I almost caught Snellweg at the end, but it's just I couldn't get enough traction to actually get him, try and overtake him.
Russia coming up, same question.
Russia, half decent.
So can we see another podium for you then, Gamey?
Maybe it all depends on how if there's any time penalties going around, because obviously in Sector 2 in Russia, it's going to be a time penalty in City.
Good answer.
Can I ask Gamey a question?
Go ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
When I pitted, when you finally pitted and came out, I think you was about 3.5 seconds behind. Do you think you went one lap too long? Or would you, if you had to do it again, would you have pitted when I pitted, or carry on and do the extra lap like you did?
Hard to say.
Because when I came out in front of you, and I think you was behind someone, if I remember correctly, I thought straight away, he stayed out way too long on those. Was it 1 lap or 2 lap you stayed out?
I pitted 2 laps after you did.
Yeah, I think I said on my stream, I think you pitted way too late. I'm just wondering if you'd have pitted when I pitted, could you have jumped me at some point? Because I looked at the traffic ahead of me and I thought, do you know what? This is right time to pit, because I kind of calculated who I'd be behind. I'd love to go back and do it again to see if you pitted with me, would you be racing literally right behind me to the finish line? Because I think those seconds you lost by pitting later, I think that put you behind a few people. And like I say, I just wonder what had happened if we'd have done it differently. That's all.
Maybe, but it's over and done with. It's one of those questions you think about after the race. Should I have done that? But what's done is done, and yeah, I'll see if I can get you next time.
And one last question for you, Dan. In terms of the championship now, do you think it's all well over, or are you still going to try and push as hard as you can and see if you can try and claw all those points away from Snellweg in the final few rounds?
Well, it's not going to be easy, but the last 4 circuits of this season are to my liking.
Last 6, you mean?
No, last 4.
Ah. I'm
not too bothered about Russia, but yeah, the last 4 of the calendar I absolutely love. So I just need to focus on outscoring Snellweg, which isn't an easy task because the guy's rapid, disgustingly rapid, I may add. So yeah, fair play Snellweg. You've been mega all season. Hopefully I can keep these points in front of you, but it's going to be hard. 40 odd points adrift. It's going to be hard, but we'll see what happens.
Alright, well, I guess that is all we have time for then. Congratulations to Energy Dan for his win today. Congratulations to Snellweg and Gaming Things on their podium. Thank you to all the drivers for racing with us. Thank you for everyone who watched. And until next time, good evening, good morning, good day, good night. Have fun